What's up guys, Grimsie42, and you may notice that this looks a little bit different, at least I hope you do. This is actually the first video that I will be shooting, or that I'm shooting, I don't know how you'd word that, with my new camera. And also I've got some new lighting, so hopefully I don't look like I'm in a tanning bed. I've been trying to work on the lighting a little. It's still a work in process for me. But anyways guys, I got some pickups, so I'm going to jump right into those. The first things I want to show you are some PlayStation 3 games. Alright, this first one, I've heard that the series is really good, and I think the only thing I could really liken it to would be maybe the Shenmue series, just because it's made by the same company, and it seems to have similar styles to it. I don't think it's as open a world, but anyways, it's Yakuza 3. And I picked this one up pretty cheap from GameStop. It was like under 10 bucks. This next one, I was actually looking forward to very much, actually, the sequel for this on the Wii U. So I figured I'd pick this one up before I get the Wii U version, which I believe comes out later in the year, just so I'd have an idea of how the series goes, because I've actually never tried it. And it's Bayonetta. This next one I picked up off recommendation of Scott from the Video Game Sellers, and actually got scolded by Alpha Omega Sin. It was pretty funny. Due to Scott's recommendation, he said that this game would be, you know, an obscure game. So I picked it up off Amazon. I got it for under 30, and I had said, just, you know, I posted a post on Facebook that said that, you know, hey, you know, I think that this game might be obscure, so if you guys can track one down, track one down. And Alpha actually scolded me because I don't plan on opening it. The thing is with a backlog of as many games as I have, I'm not going to open it just for the sake of opening it. I mean, keeping it sealed preserves it. And I don't think I'll ever really get to it with as many games as I have that I actually want to play. So I think, you know, being it maybe obscure, keeping it sealed is just preserving the value of it, you know, if I ever decide to trade it later or whatever. But anyways, it's Magus. And, you know, it didn't get really good reviews. And believe it or not, that's actually a good sign to help it being obscure, because if it's not a really good game, a lot of people won't pick it up. So hopefully I predicted correctly, or Scott predicted correctly, and, you know, this may be a gem. Who knows? Alright, this next one I absolutely opened. Actually, I've been playing it, and I really like it. I was a fan of its original release, and it's definitely something I'm enjoying the second time around. It's just, it's interesting because it's one of the ones that I remember it, but it's starting to come back to me more and more as I play it, and it's Final Fantasy X-2. And I got the limited edition. There was also a collector's edition, but I didn't want to pay all the extra money for that. This was actually just the same price as long as you reserved it in time. And it comes with this cool art book here. And inside, you know, it's got, the disc is actually in my system, but it's got a cool little, you know, like an art book that, you know, kind of shows you some of the art of the world of Spyro, which is where the game takes place. So if you guys still see this, it's only 39 bucks, so I definitely recommend you pick it up. These HD remakes are awesome. You get 2 games in here, and it's actually got the international version of 10, which was never released in the States, so it's a way that you can get that extra content that you never could before. Okay, next I'm going to show a couple PS1 games. The first one here, I actually picked this up at the flea market while I was out hunting for Nintendo games. And this is something I've had my eye on for a while. Unfortunately, I probably will not be able to play it anytime soon because it's a gun game, and to use the gun games you need the older boob-style TV. So, at least I have it in my collection for now, and it's a Working Designs title. It's Elemental Gearbolt, and I mean, as you can see, it's super clean, and got the manual there, and then the lone disc, and the disc is like perfect. I picked this up for $20, so I think that was a pretty solid price. This next one I actually paid some money for. It was $35, but it's a game that I absolutely love. I've owned it in the past, and I actually have it on Virtual Console, what do you call it, PlayStation Store, I think. Or no, it's actually in my 360. and it's just a game I love. If you're a fan of either the Castlevania series or the Metroid series, it's like kind of them two having a baby, and it's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I could have gotten this more recently, or sooner than I did, but I was holding out for the Black Label version. You know, as a collector, those greatest hits are just ugly as sin on. They stand out on a shelf real bad, so I definitely wanted to pick that up. So I was super happy to add that to the collection. This next game is actually one of the cleanest GameCube games I've ever seen. It's in really good shape. I've actually still seen this for sale at stores, you know, in maybe the last 6 months or whatever. I'm not sure if it's just, you know, that it was a late release game, or let's see if I can see a date on here, 2006. So, but they've lingered. I actually seen one in a Walmart recently, but I picked this up at my local game store, and it was only like $7, and it's Odama, as you can see. I mean, it's super clean. Looks like it was honestly never played. It's got like all the paperwork inside, and the disc is like perfect, so for that price I couldn't pass it up. Okay, these next two are Genesis games. This first one is complete. This one I actually picked up for $2. I don't know much about it, but for that price I really was willing to take a chance, and it's Zoom. Kind of looks like a puzzle game, so I don't know. Hopefully I'll get to it and let you guys know. This next one I've been looking for a while. Just the way it looks kind of reminds me of the game Scat. Who knows, it may be a sequel and I'm just an idiot. But actually I think this came out before Scat, even though Scat's on the NES. This is a Genesis game. It's Forgotten Worlds. Unfortunately, no manual, but it's not a super expensive game, so I've got a feeling that any of the conventions I'm going to, I'll run into one and I can pick it up. But actually found out about this on a recommendation from my buddy Gabe. He knew I was looking for it, and he kind of shot me a text message and was like, hey, you know, this local store has it, you should grab it, and it was only $4, so definitely not going to complain. Alright, next I have an Xbox 360 game, and ironically I picked this up when I was out shopping for some Wii games. And I only picked it up, actually a buddy of mine picked it up to show me how crappy it was, and I saw that it was like $3. So I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll pick it up for $3. And it's Vampire Reign. And I don't know, it seems like an interesting concept. You're kind of this elite squad that kind of look like the Splinter Cell kind of guys, and you hunt vampires. So I don't know. I mean, for $3, I was willing to give it a try. It's not like, you know, it's going to break the bank. I love picking up the bargain games like that because you're really not, you know, you're really not taking that much of a risk. It's not like going to the store and buying a brand new $60 game. You know, if you decide you don't like it, you're screwed. But when you spend $3, you're definitely not going to worry. And speaking of $3, I'm actually going to end this video now. And in the next part, because I still have some more pickups here, I'm actually going to show you a lot more bargain Wii games that I picked up. Some titles I was definitely happy to find, some stuff that was on my radar. Also a couple 3DS games I'd really been looking for, and then also a cool package that I picked up off of a Facebook group. So definitely look forward to that, guys. I hope you enjoy the new look. If you guys have any critique about it, please let me know. I'm still working with the lighting and, you know, trying to get everything situated and figured out. Based on the size of the room and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and take care.